Good, how are you? I'm gonna do the steak and white cheddar sandwich. And can I do double the protein on that one? Here at Panera, tradition is you bite your muffin before you eat your sandwich. It's just so good. Hi guys, so we've had a killer bull market, say 11, 12 plus years. Today's talk is based around the idea of investing in the stock market. I think in the past couple of months, you've seen that there's been a resurgence on people talking about investing in the market, day trading. In a bull market, everyone knows how to trade, everyone makes money in the market. Question is, when things go south, are you that good of a trader anymore? Recently, I've had a lot of people ask me, and I'm assuming it's because they're seeing a lot of TikToks out there where they're talking about, oh, I made $1,000 in a day in the stock market. I've had people ask me, hey, is this a good time to start investing in the market? So basically it comes down to this. If you're gonna day trade, be ready to lose that money. I don't recommend day trading, simply said, because it's risky. Markets could go south even if the information is all pointing it to go north. So what I mean by that is you could have great information coming out, but if the consensus of the market is viewing that information in a negative way, stock could still go down, or a sector or an industry or whatever you're investing in. If it's an ETF, you never know where the trajectory is going to go. Pfizer's up 10%. If you're watching this episode, Pfizer came out with news today that they had a 90% efficacy in their vaccine for COVID-19. Pfizer's information comes out, hits the market sees this as a bullish catalyst, meaning that more people are buying into the news, buying into the stock. So what happens when people buy into a stock? That in translation means more demand for the stock. So if you think of the supply and demand curve, right, in terms of economics, increased demand, price goes up. So nonetheless, bullish outcome to it. Pfizer's stock price is up 10% today. I have a lot of people asking me, is this the right time to start trading or start buying stocks? The answer to your question is very simple, and it's based on two fundamental questions you want to ask yourself before you put money in the stock market. First question is, can you afford to leave that money in the market for 5 to 10 years at minimum? That means that you're not going to touch the money. You're not looking to supplement your income with that money. Most people think that the stock market is there to supplement your income, which right now, it's working because we're in the best bullish environment. We're in the best bull market that we've ever seen in our lives. Evidently, it's gonna feel like you can't lose money in the market, right? Because who loses money during a winning environment? Not a lot. Second fold is the capital question. Putting money into the stock market with the idea of trying to supplement your income or trying to day trade like you're seeing right now in this uprise of TikTok traders. Can you afford to lose that capital? Can you afford to lose that money, right? Because if you're day trading, you gotta be prepared to lose that money, which is why I advise against it. Best approach is always put a time duration. Make sure that the time duration is at minimum 5 years, and then focus on the long-term impact that you want to have using that money in a stock market investment. Second fold to that gets a little deeper. Make sure you do your due diligence. Don't follow the trend. By all means, do not take advice from a TikToker in terms of trading. Look at it with a different viewpoint, right? Stock market is not a place to supplement your income. It's more of a place to actually build long-term wealth. And if we use it, it will work in your favor. Another big fundamental piece when you're investing to pay attention to, and a lot of people don't understand this, or they discount the real role of the Fed. One of the biggest factors you got to look at when you're investing is think about what the Fed does. The Federal Reserve has a dual mandate. They regulate inflation, price stability, and they're looking to keep employment high. But there's two major factors that the Fed is creating policy based on that dual mandate. At the beginning of this year, when things started getting really bad with the pandemic, the Fed began to take action, right? For the first time in history, the Fed began purchasing high-yield corporate bond investments. All that means is anything that's rated below, I think it's BBB-, the Fed started purchasing. At the end of the day, what caused the Fed to want to go into that secondary market and start purchasing these investments, right? These are junk bonds. Why would the Fed go in there and purchase these junk bonds? At the end of the day is everything has to do with people's faith in markets. People begin to lose faith in markets, then markets stop working. Fed is in there to create stability and put faith back into the market, various markets that the Fed participates in. It just so happens that an investment grade market was going dry. So the Fed was there to put stability back into it, create some liquidity in that sense, and get things really start working again, right? Because that environment was basically frozen. People were not participating in it. Never underestimate the power of the Fed. Fed has a greater role, greater responsibility, and in my opinion has a greater impact than the president does in terms of markets. Pay attention to the Fed. That's all I have today. Hope everyone has a great one. We'll see you guys on the next episode.